that. I am wondering what that is. What's up YouTube, John here. Thank you for joining Blue Carbon Reefing. Just wanted to kind of show you what I do. Went to the local fish store and picked up a couple corals, nothing big, but just wanted to show you what I do every time I get corals and kind of my overall process. So first and foremost, let me give you a quick peek of what I have. This is a Superman Rickordia, and I also got a Hollywood Stunner Chalice. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get you any good colors there. Looks good. And actually just 3 different types of zoanthids. We'll try to give you a better look once they get in the tank. But essentially, first step of the process that I do is I will float the bags, just to temperature acclimate them. And from there, I have a couple of containers. Basically, the only thing I normally do is I do a Bayer dip. I will show that to you. Bayer Complete Insect Killer. You can get it at any kind of hardware store. Basically what I use. I do somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes. Something that is a little bit more sensitive, I might only do 10 minutes and then do it maybe more than once. Something like these soft corals, I typically will do for 15 minutes. So at this point, you want to make sure you have 2 individual containers of your tank water. One of those, which is the one on the right, you will be putting the Bayer dip and mixing it in with the salt water, and the left one is going to be used as a rinse. If you do not have frag plugs already, or for some people you're going to be cutting frag plugs and replacing them with new, in this scenario, the Rickordia was the only one that didn't have a frag plug. I did not need to cut the frag plugs off of the originals here. Obviously, some people can choose to take that step. In this case, I used just plain old super glue and a brand new frag plug that has never been used before. This is a brand new bottle, so I'm going to put a little bit in here. Now, one thing I do is I try to mix the water up real good. I'm going to mix it up real good now before I put the frags in there. I will visually inspect these really good just to see if there's anything that shouldn't be there. Not sure how good the focus will be, but it's actually really nice because these are all cheap corals for the most part, but I wanted to pick them up. A lot of these have many polyps on them. This one, I don't know if you can count, but I'm going to say probably has 15 to 20 polyps on it. And the Rickordia. And the Hollywood Stunner, actually a pretty good sized piece as well. So nothing too extravagant, just wanted to kind of show you what I do. I am starting the timer now. I'm going to, every couple minutes, kind of stir the water around a little bit just to make sure there's some water movement. Some people I've seen use pumps. I don't really have a small extra pump that I can fit in this and not dipping that many corals. So this is kind of the way I do it. Come back in a couple minutes, stir it again, and they'll be sitting here for about 10 to 15 minutes. In this case, probably 15. We'll be right back. One thing I will show you is these are completely clean frag plugs, never been in a tank. I put a little bit of super glue on there, and then one thing I do, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to do with the camera in my hand, is I just take a couple drops of the tank water and pour it right on top, or just drop it right onto the super glue. Actually, adding the tank water, in my opinion, will help the super glue kind of harden quicker. Here, I'll show you. So as I'm stirring this around, I just wanted to kind of give you an idea, for those who don't know, why do you need to dip your corals? So corals themselves and the plugs that they come on can have certain parasites and things that you don't want to bring into your main system attached to them. So eggs, red bugs, worms, a lot of those things. So dipping them in this insect killer, it's not 100% foolproof. I want to make sure I put that disclosure out there. This is the way I do it. This may not be the exact way that everybody should do it. Obviously, I want you guys to do your research as well and take from multiple different sources when you do stuff like this, but I just wanted to kind of give you what I do. Essentially, there are people that take it even more to the extreme, and I would definitely say people that are in the business and can't afford to have any kind of parasites in such a huge system. So this is the way I've done it. It hasn't failed me so far. Haven't seen any parasites introduced into the tank, although I will say this, of course, is not 100% foolproof. So essentially 10 to 15 minutes in this insect killer, to me, should be long enough to kill anything that is alive or maybe attached to the plugs or just kind of hanging out, hitchhiking. And the part that I don't know, of course, is whether or not there's going to be any eggs. That's why I kind of try to inspect them as much as I can, as best as I can visually. So it's been about 13-14 minutes. I'm going to start taking these out one at a time and kind of showing you what I do. Essentially, I'm going to take them out and inspect them again, and I'm going to take them over to the clean tank water and give them a really good kind of swish around here to try to rinse it as best as I can. And just really try to visually inspect to see if I see anything else hitchhiking on here, which could still miss something to the naked eye. And when I get to the Ricordea, I am going to put this on the frag plug. I look everywhere I possibly can. I know my local fish store, although every local fish store is not immune from pests, and I've seen pests in tanks. I haven't seen anything major in any of their tanks, and I am there all the time, observing the tanks and just kind of looking for anything I can. Obviously, I trust them, and but this is also why I still dip anyways, just in case. I don't see anything, we should be good. Some people do gloves, or should use gloves when they're doing this and dipping their hands in this insect killer. I'm not sure if that's a polyp. One thing I will tell you with zoanthids is that you do want to make sure that you're wearing eye protection. Anyone who knows anything about palytoxins, they can paralyze you, they can cause you to be very sick, they can kill you. So, haven't had a problem, of course, and I'm not cutting them, although you never know, they could try to defend themselves and squirt. All that is left is the Ricordea. As far as the Bayer killer, I use my bare hands. I haven't seen any side effects. I also don't do this all the time, so maybe somebody can chime in the comments if I should be using. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but I don't know what these are. This doesn't look like it belongs. It could be just mucus building up, but I'm going to give this one more little shake here. bring you with me real quick so you can see me mount this. Okay, so essentially you do not want to super glue the tissue. This actually is attached to a little piece of rock here, which is what I am going to mash down into the super glue. So the tissue should not have anything attached to it. That. I am wondering what that is. I don't know if I trust that. Looks to me like it's growing a neon yellow. So it looks like under the actinics. So I can see signs of that around the mouth as well. Maybe someone can help me identify what this is, because I do not want to put this in the tank if that could potentially be a parasite. I don't see it moving, like if it was a worm or something. When in doubt, throw it out. I am not taking the chance. We'll see. I'll keep it in safe quarters for right now in some tank water until I can get a response from somebody. And just so you can see, I put the Ricordea in a container that's going to sit in one of my filter socks so it stays temperature acclimated, but it's completely closed off to my main system just in case. I really want to find out what this is. Okay, everybody, so I just wanted to confirm I put the Ricordea in the tank. I did confirm with a couple different sources that essentially I just pissed the Ricordea off and it's releasing some stinging cells because it's angry. So word to the wise, it's a learning experience for me too, because I have not seen that before, but as you saw, better safe than sorry. Do not want to put anything in the tank that could potentially be a pest or cause a bigger problem. So here is everything. I'll try to see if I can snap an update later, but essentially, obviously, everything's pretty angry right now. Maybe in a couple hours, everything will open up and be happy. But for now, just wanted to give you an update. And here we are a couple hours later. The mushroom still looks like it's a little stressed out. One of the zoanthid frags had fallen down, so that's why that one's still closed up. The other two are opened up, nothing special. I got these very cheap, and really more wanted to just show you what I do when I dip corals. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. If you have not subscribed yet, now would be the good time to hit that subscribe button, because I will definitely have lots more content coming out. Happy reefing!